All right, this is the saga of trying to take apart the channel master tunable capacitor. This tunable capacitor uh, goes in the model 6515 channel master, and the channel master is a fringe radio. Now, if you remember, I removed the back plate. Here's the insulator. Oh, of course, it's not in frame. Here's the insulator. Here's the back plate. All right, you don't have to remove them. See, already I'm saving you some trouble. Now, there are wires that come in the back plate are four trimmer caps, and they are wired up to the front to the three gang capacitor. Now, I used first I tried separating the clear plastic from the white faceplate and the back faceplate by making a cut and then trying to peel it with a screwdriver, a very small screwdriver. Wouldn't happen. The front plate and the rear plate. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, uh, the front plate, is it in focus? You look at my camera. Look at this nonsense I have to put up with. Anyway, so they're fused together, ultrasonically or whatever. Now, make sure it's all still in focus. Yeah, it's still in focus. Anyway, so I took a back saw or a micro saw. Here it is here. This is a Dremel. Not a Dremel. Oh, an X-Acto knife. Very fine teeth. You can't even see them probably with the camera. And I cut around. Make sure I'm in the frame. This camera's a pain in the ass. I cut this way, that way, that way, all the way around. Didn't do a perfect job. I told you if I had several of these controls, I would just cut one real quick, get it open, see what I had to do, and then do one real nice. But I'm losing my patience on this because this part is not made to be serviced. But if you're young and got good eyesight and lots of patience, which I don't have anymore, you can actually fix this thing. Now, so you grab this and you pull it forward. And now we're starting to get somewhere, right? There's four more bolts in the back. And when you undo them, it releases this plate. And there's a spring mechanism that is the pickup from the main shaft. That picks up the grounds of the three gang capacitor. Now I'm going to undo these screws. I don't think they're magnetic. I'll get a magnet, but they'll probably go flying. But I'm going to take the back plate off and see if you can see in there. Now at this point, if you're able to get this apart, you know you can't peel it apart. You're going to have to cut it open. So, and you only have to do the front. So you've already learned more than I knew. And I'm learning the hard way. The one guy said School of Knox. It's more or less, I have some skill on watches. I think this plate is going to be under pressure. And I'm not using my glasses. Yeah, the brass screws, they won't stick to a magnet. All right, I'll put them in my cup. I told you I used to fix watches. What I used to do is basically disassemble them and clean them and put them back together. A lot of the watch guys I knew just watched the whole. They washed they had a washed ultrasonic washer, and they would wash the watch, and then we had a spacer fall out. Be careful. I just want to give you a view because I've just about had it with this thing. And if I was younger, uh, there's another spacer. If I was younger, this wouldn't bother me at all. Oh man, this thing's put together, like I said, just like a watch. And if you've ever taken a watch apart and you didn't know what you were doing, the pieces go flying. Another spacer just came out. So I guess there's going to be 4 spacers. This thing's going to come apart like a piece of junk, um, like a Timex watch. If you ever tried to fix one of those, that's another thing. There are people that fix Timex watches, and they're not really made to be fixed. They're throwaways, especially the cheapest models. All right, now I think the plate might lift up. Okay, this lug right here, right in the frame, jerky camera. This lug here goes up and it goes into the mechanism that does the pickup. So that's the ground that goes to the main shaft, and that's the thing that is where the shaft rotates through it. Now, why doesn't it want to? There goes another spacer. Oh, yeah. This is why you don't do something live. All those do those spacers come off now? Yeah, it does come off. Here it comes off. And underneath is, all right, this is part of the plate. Let me get this in focus. And it's brass. And there's a pin. And make sure to get in the frame. Oh, it flipped on me, being a jerk. Oh, come on. Let me get this. All right, so this plate here is the pickup, and it's underneath this is the pickup that can get dirty, and that touches the main shaft to get the grounds for the 3 capacitors. So if this isn't working right, oh, now I can't see. Oh, here it's coming off. All right, here we go. That comes off. Let me get this in focus. All right, this is the best I can do. This should be spring-loaded, pushing down on the shaft. This goes out, and it's the contact, the ground of the 3 gangs. And if this isn't making good contact with the brass shaft, you get the. Now, I ohmed this out and moved it, so I wanted to verify that the plates weren't rubbing each other. See, if the plates are rubbing through the dielectric or through the insulator, you would see some resistance, and I didn't. And now, oh, this comes up. All right, let's see if we can get it up. All right. It might be peened. I don't know. We're going watch small. I'm putting my eye loop on. All right, here it comes. Yeah, okay. Hopefully I can get it to show you that. All right, this part right here, on the end of my long fingernail. See, it folded back over itself. That's the spring mechanism, and that puts pressure down on this section here, and that makes contact. And I don't see I don't see any black dust. Let me look. Let me look using my flashlight, my LED flashlight. Yeah, it's dirty. Yep, that's what's wrong. All right, so I think I can show you it. This mechanism here. All right, let's make sure the camera's not jerking me. Yeah, it's dirty on this side too. All right. Here's the pickup. All right, let me get it in focus. I got it now. This is what I expected to see. All right. This is the pickup connection for the 3-gang capacitor. See it? It's got a hole through it. We're on it. It's got a hole through it, and it goes over this post over here. And it's dirty, and so is the other side. It could be the grease went bad over years. It's dirty. It'll cause a scratchy tuning capacitor. That's it. That's all I wanted to show you. That's how I diagnosed it down to where the connection between the ground terminal and the moving plate assembly had bad connection. And this has two. This is sort of spring loaded. It seems to have gone dead. So it's age. It's just a matter of age. And yes, you can take this apart. Knowing what I know, watch out for all those spacers. A lot of these people that take this apart, you know how it comes apart now. I didn't, and I dwelled for days just staring into between the plastic, which is yellowed and dark. I really couldn't see in there, but this is sort of what I expected to see. And this is also probably, let's see if this thing is also probably a spring. This goes over the hole, and when you press down on this assembly, it puts pressure on this connection. But it's dirty, so, and it looks like caked on dirt. In other words, you're gonna have to get a Q-tip and clean it. And then I don't know if you're supposed to lubricate that spot, but it's encrusted, as we'd say. The brass has tarnished, and that's what I expected to see. I can't say much more. You know, I'm getting older, and my eyesight's bad. My equipment is total garbage here. The light keeps moving down. You know, these other guys, they have better equipment than I have. This is the whole story of my life. Now, you got to see how this light is fighting me. The last 1/8 inch. Oh man! All right, let me see if I can turn this around. That won't do it. It's amazing when you work with crap. But no, won't do. That won't work. That won't work either. Wow, this thing's being a real jerk. Look at that. It just look at it. It's gonna now the light's showing me the gooseneck is no good. What are we looking into there? Let me check the focus. That's a pretty good shot. You can see that arm that's bent back with the hole through it. That's brass oxide. That has to be cleaned. Then the post, you see the post that it mates up with. That's all dirty, and it could be grease. It could be just the person was a heavy smoker. I don't know, but that's what you're going to see inside it. I think I covered this pretty good now. Now you clean that and you go in reverse and put the whole thing back together again, and you'll have a working radio. I don't know what I'm going to do at this point. I don't know if I got all those standoffs. There's so many pieces in this thing, but this reminded me of the days of watches. I used to take the watch totally apart, make sure every part was clean, and put it back together, and it would always work. Now, I told you I started mentioning the jewelers. They would take the mechanism out of the watch. I think they take the face and the hands off, and they put the whole thing in an ultrasonic bath. and then they would dry it off. You know, the stuff in the ultrasonic was probably some type of freon. And then they take the watch mechanism out, and then they re-oil it, and it usually works. And then they give it back to the customer. That's what a real cleaning is. I did it the hard way because I didn't have the ultrasonic cleaner. But I used to do watches, and I used to have the patience. And I would sit there, and I'd probably have the television on. I could watch the TV and work on the watch. Oh, and the trick with the watch is you work on it inside a plastic bag so you don't lose any of the parts. None of the parts can go flying off on you. And if I had a place to sit down here, I could probably use the plastic bag to do this, but I have a radio that's upside down. I was putting that felt piece, I made it too small in diameter, and that's upset me. I have white, but I don't have brown. I only had one piece of brown left from something else, but I got this on film, how it comes apart. So I think I could probably put it back together. If I get the ambition, when you get older, you lose that. There's some days you get up and you want to tackle something like this. You know, you say to yourself, all I have to do is clean it and put it back together. That's all I have to do, right? And the other days you're like, throw it out already. Just throw it out already. Well, I think that's it. I think I covered this good enough for the next guy. If you find a way to take this apart easier, do it. Now, I can double check the plastic tube. Did it finally peel away? Some of it did break loose. And then some of it I had to cut away. And I showed you the saw I use. It's a X-Acto. I call them razor saws. I showed you that. Told you how I took it apart. Showed you the back. The back plate is not important. That's got 4 trimmer caps, but they're wired to the front using little jumper wires. I think that's it. This is the best I can do. All right, that's it.